Well, I almost never do spontaneous videos. I normally plan them out days in advance, sometimes weeks in advance, but this is going to be different for a lot of reasons. I have a couple of things that I want to go over with you guys that are important, not just important to me, but should also be important to you. And I'll start with the fact that I posted a video a couple of days ago, and I got a comment because the video was basically saying what I've been saying to you guys for a couple of months now, that you need to grow something. Even if it's not a lot of something, tough times are coming. And I neglected to realize, to appreciate, to understand that not everybody watches all my videos. So I put the greenhouse in the video, and the comment was, you don't need a greenhouse to grow food in the fall and winter. Well, that got me to thinking, like, why would the person who commented think that? And the reason is simple, because they don't watch my videos. Next year would be my 10th year posting videos on YouTube. I posted hundreds of videos, never made a dime. So it's not about the money. It's about getting people to garden. It's about getting people to understand that you need to save money. The two primary purposes of my videos is to get people to garden without spending a lot of money. And now is the Gardening Over 40 series, which I started last year. So how you can garden if you are, 40, 50, 60 years old. So the point of the greenhouse was to say to people, you can garden when the weather changes, even if you're older. When those bones start, aching in the winter, you don't want to be out there in November, December, or whenever, out in the elements. You have an option, because the prices of greenhouses have gone down. I've gone through over a dozen recessions in my life. I was born in the 50s. I'm in my mid-70s. And even though this is my first greenhouse, my first full-size greenhouse, for those of you who have not watched any of my videos, I have been gardening in the winter, I should say year-round, for the last, I'll say 10 years now. This will be my 10th year, 9 going into 10 years gardening in the winter. So this is going to be by far the most convenient setup for me. This is a work in progress. The greenhouse obviously is up, but I'm not really doing a lot of filming in here right now, and you can see why. Temperature is ridiculous. That's kind of a little misleading, because that's the temperature on this side of the greenhouse. I have these open, so it is a little bit cooler, but not cool enough for me to bring everything in. But getting back to my point, times are getting hard, and they're going to get harder. I don't know why anybody would think things are going to get better this winter. That's a fallacy. The prices are going up. The tariffs from China are still on the table. So we don't know what's going to happen with that, but we do know the price of food is going up, and the price of pretty much everything is going up. And you guys, to be clear, you don't need a greenhouse. And I've been saying this for, I've done a couple hundred videos now. And you don't need a lot of money. Back in World War I and World War II, the US and the UK, and I guess other countries, had something called victory gardens. And the reason why they had these victory gardens was, well, one of the reasons, there were several reasons, but one was because of food shortages. So it was common sense that if you grew food in your own yard, then, I mean, there's a whole bunch of reasons. It's convenient, it's almost free, and it was to help the war effort. In this country right now, 40 to 45% of people grow vegetables in on their property, I guess yard, backyard, and that's mostly in the summer. That's not even half. So what I'm showing you here is an example of what I've been doing for years. These are bush beans, and this one's not doing so hot, but 1, 2, 3, 4. I have bush beans growing all over the place. I have carrots growing. I still have sweet potatoes growing, which I'll show you guys in a minute. But the point is, even if you grow a little something, even if you grow small amounts of something, that will help offset your budget because, like I said, you think people that are kind of, ready to click off this video now, trust me, you'll be sorry 6 months from now, 8 months from now, a year from now, when you think prices are going to go back to normal. You're getting ready to go into winter where you're going to have a heating bill, and who knows what the prices are going to be in 6 months from now. Who knows what the prices are going to be a year from now. So anything you plant is going to help you down the road. If you live in a cold climate, I am in zone 7A, and last winter for about 2 weeks, it was in the 20s during the day, and it was in the single digits at night, and a couple nights it even went down to -0. So I'm showing you my sweet potatoes now. I did get some weeds in here, and during the summer, I did not get in here and pull the weeds out. Like I said, I'm in my mid-70s. This is a 6x8. So I had a lot of other things I had to tend to in the limited time that I was out in the heat. So there's sweet potatoes in here. I know, I checked, and I'll be harvesting these in a couple of weeks. The leaves are still green. And by the way, they're edible. I always remind people of that. But this is what I wanted to show you. These are more green beans. This is the white stuff you see on here is the calcium from my eggshells that I added in here. But if you look close, you'll see the beans are coming out. I'm showing you this because this is a very small space. This is actually my 10-year-old nephew's little patch. And he's been away for the summer, so I decided to make use of it. The point is simple. Anything you can grow. I'll give you a hypothetical. If you live near a Sam's and you get a rotisserie chicken for $5 or any of those other stores that sell those rotisserie chickens. If you grow your vegetables, if you grow some carrots, yes, you can grow carrots in a container. I have several videos of where I've done that. And you grow pretty much anything that you can grow on a porch, a deck, a gazebo, in any small area. If you can grow your vegetables, then and that rotisserie chicken lasts you for 2 days, and you serve that with, say, carrots or string beans or whatever it is you grew yourself, then for those 2 days, you're feeding, I guess, a family of 3 for 2 days for $5. So that's $2.50 a day. I mean, that's not going to take you through the week, but like I said, that's an example. I mean, if you grow peas, which I do have growing over here, and carrots and green beans, and a pound of ground beef, I think is $6 now, which is crazy. But if you have 2 pounds of ground beef, then that's $12. And you use the green beans and the succotash, the carrots and whatnot from your yard, then again, you're feeding your family for $6 for dinner. So that's where I'm going with this. But like I said in the beginning of this conversation, things are not going to be getting better anytime soon. I really, I know it's bad news. I don't want to be, Mr. Doom and Gloom, but that's the reality. And you decide until things get worse and you wait until November, December. No, you're not going to get out here in December and think you're going to plant something. The time is now. Like I said, even if you just plant a small amount, you can grow carrots in a little bit more than 2 months, depending upon the type of carrots that you grow. These are, well, there's a couple of bush beans in here. I think these are pole beans actually, but for the most part, these are peas. And right now we've been having like 80-degree days, so the peas are fine. I have these posts up here. I can cover this if I need to. The biggest issue I've been having with this is the deer. So I don't know if you can see it or not, but I have netting over this. I have netting over pretty much everything now. This is also more peas. I had a recurring theme this summer. My goal was to grow $700 worth of food between the first day of summer and the first day of winter. The solstice is December 21st. This is early September, well, almost mid-September. So you still have months before the first day of winter. So I grew a ton of potatoes. I grew a bunch of tomatoes this summer. I stopped buying tomatoes in early July. I stopped buying potatoes in late May. And so the next big haul for me, I'm growing a lot of certain things and a little bit of other things. So the next big thing for me is, I guess you probably guessed already, is the green beans. So these will take about 2 months, 2.5 months, and I'll hopefully have a big green bean harvest. But, again, my point is, grow what you can now so that you can offset some of the high cost of your food budget later on. So if you have the space and if you have the money, this is more upscale. Believe it or not, I paid less than $100 for this greenhouse. I got it on sale, but you can shop around. Like I said earlier, I didn't get paid by Amazon or by the company who builds these. But if you shop around on Amazon, you can find greenhouses a little bit smaller than this for like about $75. They used to be super expensive, and it's kind of funny that where everything else is going up, these seem to have come down. Maybe they'll go up when it gets cold outside, but this is my suggestion to you guys, especially if you have children. Unless you're sitting on a pot of money, then you might want to consider trying to grow a few things. These right here, these are Siberian kale. And this was left over. This is my dinosaur kale. I'm getting ready to rip this out, give what's left of this to the chickens so that they they love it and it's nutritional for them. But I'm really after this container, because I'm going to plant either broccoli or Brussels sprouts in it. And this is red Russian kale. So I'm just getting started. I'm not going to give you the whole rundown of this now, because I still have to put one more thing in here, and then I'm going to be adding the rest of the pots and containers and what I'm going to be growing this fall and winter in here. But as I said earlier, I am not going to do a whole lot with this right now because it's too freaking hot. So that's it. I hope you guys stuck with me through all this. It was a lot. It was not one of my fun videos, but it's something that's been on my mind, and I wanted to clear a few things up, and I wanted to straighten a few things out, and I hope that you guys take this seriously, because I think we're heading for another recession, unfortunately. This is the Frugal Gardener. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I appreciate it. I'll catch you guys in a couple days with another video. Catch you on the flip side. Have a great day.